Saturn in Aries 2025, the cosmic teacher awakens the inner warrior. Hello, conscious soul. I'm Akashika, and today we're going to explore one of the most impactful and transformative alignments of the cosmic cycle that activates in 2025, Saturn entering Aries. This is not just another planetary transition. It's a deep calling to mature our will, redefine courage, and build a new kind of leadership. Saturn is the great teacher of the zodiac. It doesn't sugarcoat, it doesn't promise, it doesn't console. It teaches through real, sometimes harsh, but always precise lessons. It represents time, karma, structure, discipline, responsibility, boundaries, and commitment. Wherever Saturn is, there's work to be done. But there's also evolution, reward, and mastery when you take full responsibility. Saturn shows us the part of life that needs maturing. That which, if not carried consciously, will weigh us down like a burden. But if embraced with integrity, it turns us into figures of wisdom, authority, and inner strength. Saturn will enter Aries on May 25th, 2025, and will remain there until April 12th, 2028, with a brief retrograde back into Pisces from September 1st to November 14th, 2025. This means its energy will fully settle in from November 2025 and will accompany us for nearly 3 full years. The last time Saturn was in Aries was from 1996 to 1999, meaning we are now facing a new generation of initiators who must mature what was once only raw impulse. What does Saturn in Aries mean? Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. It's cardinal fire. Pure impulse, instinct, birth, decision, action. It's the sign that says, I am, I begin, I leap. When Saturn enters Aries, what activates is a restructuring of the self, of desire, of the ego, of leadership, of courage. It's no longer enough to feel like doing something. You must follow through. It's not just about deciding. You must face the consequences. Saturn comes to cool the impulse, not to extinguish it, but to channel it with direction. What it asks, what it teaches, and what IT won't allow. 1. Maturity of the self. Saturn in Aries forces us to examine how we use our I. It's not enough to assert ourselves. We must take responsibility for our own path without victimhood or escapism. 2. Responsibility in decision-making. This transit teaches us that every choice carries consequences, and impulsivity without strategy comes at a high cost. It's time to think before acting. 3. Redefinition of courage. Saturn in Aries doesn't reward aggression, it honors sustained bravery. Being brave isn't yelling or fighting. It's moving forward with awareness, even in the face of fear. 4. Leadership with structure. Those who wish to lead others must first know how to lead themselves. Saturn in Aries exposes false leaders and strengthens those who build with integrity. 5. Healing of ego and anger. Saturn won't tolerate meaningless explosions. It will show us how much misdirected energy we've stored as rage, impatience, and frustration. It's time to re-educate how we confront. 6. Solid new beginnings. Aries loves to start, but Saturn says, only begin if you're willing to sustain it. No more half-finished projects. Everything started during these years must have roots. What Saturn and Aries will not allow: postponing your true path, living from an immature or impulsive ego, blaming others, running from your inner conflicts, starting without real commitment. Areas impacted according to collective astrology. Political and social leadership will be tested. Authoritarian figures with no purpose will fall, while leaders who inspire through consistent action will rise. Rebirth of entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship will become a conscious act of courage, not a trend. Those who follow impulse or imitation will fail. Deep transformation of masculine energy. This transit re-educates how we use young energy, not through war, but through maturity, self-assertion, and creation. A redefinition of what it means to be yourself during collective transition. The masks fall. The essential self must emerge, even if it's painful. Cosmic Key, the archetype of the conscious warrior. Saturn in Aries is a call to become a conscious warrior, not a soldier who obeys, nor an impulsive soul who reacts, but someone who chooses their battles, their purpose, and their path with integrity. It's time to honor your inner fire and learn how to direct it. Saturn in Aries doesn't want you to extinguish, it wants you to forge, to become sacred fire, not a spark that fizzles out. How to work with this energy. Conscious physical exercise. Channel Aries and Saturn energy through routines that strengthen your body and your will. Ego therapy. Work on wounds of the self, control issues, and unconscious competitiveness. Discipline in your passions. Saturn in Aries asks you to build what you love. Not just dream it, not just think it, build it. Meditations with the inner warrior archetype. Connect with the part of you that doesn't run from its path and honors its fire without destroying others. Closed cycles, open paths. If you were born between 1996 and 1999, you will experience your Saturn return, a rite of passage into spiritual adulthood. And even if not, you will still feel this transit as a shake-up asking you to act from a new maturity. We are entering a time where it's no longer about being right, it's about having purpose. About stopping the reactive mode and beginning to build. Because the world doesn't need more uncontrolled fire. It needs fire that illuminates and transforms. Thank you for sharing this sacred space with me. I'm Akashika, and it has been an honor to guide you through this powerful transit. Until our next cosmic connection.